Talk to us about how the compensation is done for Tim Cook. Explain the structure, because in some ways he voted for it himself.
Yeah, so Apple has a special setup with Tim Cook. When he came into the CEO role, Apple said, okay, we're going to give you a massive chunk of stock that you're going to get in 2 increments over 10 years. It was worth about $370 million at the time. And a couple of years later, it was restructured and instead split up over the years. So Cook, typically in a typical year, he can collect about 280,000 shares as long as he remains on the job, and then another up to 280,000 shares if Apple's share price beats at least 2/3 of the companies in the S&P 500 index. And they did so in the past 3 years. So he collected all those shares.
Wow, and I'm looking at pay-go function on Bloomberg. If you type in pay, hit your button, go, and you can see how he really is high-flying and adored. He's number 2 at the moment in terms of where he stood previously. But talk to us about, therefore, where Tim Cook stacks up versus the rest of the tech ecosystem with this new compensation that's being handed out.
I mean, in the bigger scheme of things, and it's almost absurd that even Tim Cook's figure, which is really, really high, does not hit the ceiling when it comes to pay in the tech sector. We've seen Mark Lohr at Walmart, who's north of $200 million in 2016. Prior to that, we have Sundar Pichai, who also every other year he gets a big stock grant from Google. So even though Apple's Cook gets quite a bit of money, it still doesn't tend to be up at the very top among those guys.